What's up? What's up? What's up? Good evening. All right, y'all. Can those of you guys on TikTok see okay? Kind of got a little sneaky setup here. Yeah, you guys can see this. Okay, cool. Perfect. Does it look aesthetically pleasing? All right, there we go. Perfect. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Those of you guys on YouTube, can you hear me? All right. Yeah, so let's go ahead and I'm just going and I'm going to go over my setup. I'm going to go over what I'm watching this week. So let's go ahead and start with that. If you guys are on YouTube, please drop a comment. Let me know that you can hear me. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and run down what I am watching this week, what I'm prepared for this week, and then we're going to go from there. So you guys know the deal. Typically, always starting with the Forex Factory, looking at our economic data. We're going to get through this really quickly. Monday, federal budget balance, not high impact data. Tuesday, core CPI year over year and month over month. Those are the high impact data points. Followed by Wednesday, which is core PPI month over month as well. I don't know if they can. There we go. Yeah, so core PPI, Empire State Manufacturing, lots of inflation data coming in on Wednesday and Tuesday. So I expect market volatility to follow along, unemployment claims, and then finishing out the week with just a bunch of data kind of outside of that inflationary stuff, high impact wise. Now, moving forward, just join cool. Jesus. I will take those requests in just a moment. So, as far as economic data, guys, coming from last week, going into this week, it's definitely telling. These are two data points that, of course, I'm going to keep trading. These happen before the bell. Am I going to swing into them? Probably not for short swings. If I'm already in swings, I will hedge around them. All right, moving forward, we've got your mom. No, just kidding. So we've got. I'm going to go to earnings whisper. So we do have a few this week. That's Monday. What about the week? There we go. All right, so starting this week, as far as companies that are like popping off the board, Target, Home Depot. I do think Home Depot could have a kind of a poppy earnings. JD, Advanced Auto Parts. These are stocks that I'm going to be watching in particular. Alibaba, Macy's, which has been kind of on the watch list. Outside of the watch list, on my own personal watch list. But other than that, Intuitive Machines that is about it. I'm not going crazy on earnings this week. Not a ton of names that I'm familiar with, nor am I going to go and dig into them. That is what I'm watching. As far as my watch list, now we got the Qs above the 380.60. That's what I talked about last week, and I also talked about 382.75, or excuse me, 378.25. That is what I'm just looking for a gap up. That's really it. And this is the daily time frame. The weekly time frame, when we were looking at the Qs, guys, absolutely did grab onto a floor. Did it break a median? Absolutely not. So as far as a weekly cost basis is concerned, we still have the 379.50 and 379.50, 380s that we're going to want to push up, close above, and push into this block right here. So I'll be watching the Qs to close above 383.20. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, no, that is actually one of the levels that I'm watching. 383.20 is going to be the level that I want to grab a hold of on the weekly for the Qs. Now, okay, we just came off of a giant rip. We just ripped ass. We have cost basis right here. Cost basis breaking means we will hit a new high. That new high or new resistance, right, is quite literally mirrored alongside of that. So being up a little bit higher and above these seller control marks for me is going to be absolutely important. I'll dig into that a little bit more. I'm just going over my watch list. This is for YouTube. And then, so we're going to watch Tesla this week. I'm going to be watching Affirm. I've been screaming, hollering, yelling, telling people that have new accounts, why are you trading every day? Why are you not trading something that you can fail on multiple times and still come out with a W. Again, the risk to reward on this is absolutely incredible, meaning you can risk little and still get a good reward. People do this on SPY with shit that expires literally in an hour and won't try anything else. Anyway, so we have a firm. One of the things that I'm looking for this week is we pulled back to cost basis. Perfect, on the dot, can't make this shit up. That is the median in any area of consolidation. Potterbox Workshop, by the way, starts on the 15th. This guy's Wednesday. It's everything, all of it. If you listen to me and you're like, I don't know what the fuck this guy is talking about, I'm covering it all. No indicators, no volume, no pattern names, no nothing. It is literally focused on price and mechanics, and it works. Anyway, so I am looking for 225.50 on a bounce out off of cost basis. And I think at that point, it's going to be a little bit of retesting. Other than that, we surpassed and crushed all of the earnings. We did not open, so we might have a cup and handle. No, I'm just kidding. We have 25.35. And look at the wick. The wick pushed off of that very same level. Right? That 25. So we stayed underneath that. Sellers are still in control. One of the areas that we're going to want to reclaim in order to be bullish is 23.60. But ultimately, I am actually looking for a firm to potentially give us a small pullback. Small pullback, as I do expect that if we are going to continue to the upside, we will be in some sort of trend-setting mode. Cost basis breaking to the downside on a firm below 21 is a trigger for me to take this lower. Other than that, again, as long as we do not break that median, then we are looking for continuation, or we are looking for buyers to push us and hold us outside of the 22.75. So, yeah, 25.60 is the imbalance. You are absolutely correct. Good job, Chris. Good job, Chris. That's fire. If you guys are on TikTok with me, I am sorry. If you guys don't mind, will you please tap your screen? I appreciate it. All right, moving forward, we've got Affirm, we've got Tesla, or QQQ, we've got Tesla. Really nice bounce at the end of the day with the 4-hour time frame, daily time frame. What did we recover? I did talk about the fact that there's two scenarios here. You guys ready for this? There's two scenarios, and I'm excited about them. You should be too if you know how to use my strategy. Tesla, boom, bop, right? So we do have some sort of control here, which means that we might see another little bit of a leg down, or we don't quite have that resistance yet. But here is what I've got for Tesla, and this is all I care about. It's all I need to know. It's all I care about. Ready? This is my signal, and I will literally, quite literally, put a ass of money into this trade if our trigger is broken. So just so everybody is clear, there's no doubt in my mind that I will take this trade and I will take Tesla back up to the upside on the reclaim of 216.67. Ultimately, I would absolutely love it if in the most recent price action 217 was held or gapped up above. There is a Potter box above us on the 4-hour. That's going to be right here. It has a beautiful cost basis right here at 221.55. That will trigger me. I'll be super triggered. That will trigger me to take Tesla outside of the 226 and into the 230s. So that's what I'm watching for Tesla. Doesn't have to be complicated. That's just what it is. It does have a minor, come on you bastard, on a lower time frame. You guys see this live? This is fucking TrendSpider being trash. On a lower time frame, you can see that this is absolutely a pivotal area. So, are you still using that thing wrong, TJ Fuzz? You know what? I actually thought about this right after the live. I'm gonna mute you so that way, like, you have to just be tortured by me. So now you can't even say anything. Or you're going to go make another profile and start commenting on my videos. You guys are predictable. All right, so continuing forward, beautiful. He's also slurping off a rich kid. Anyway, 216.85, 217, that is Tesla upside. We want it. We're eating it. But 221.50 is the trigger to the upside for me. Continuation to the upside. SQ, SQ, another small account friendly stock. This one not budging outside of its current range. It may need a retest back down here all the way to the $47.15 or perhaps the $46 level. As you can see, 1-2 off the top. So it would be nice to see SQ make a decision, because what we are dealing with right now could imply that we are opening up or looking at a much higher time frame reclaim of this massive floor, and that's an easy buy for me. And in fact, I might even start bringing in a little bit of leapage, as even if it isn't a break to the upside that we're looking for, we've got a beautiful tiny little box right here, median 57.18. I just want it right here. I think we go and touch 55.84 at a minimum if we can hold on top of the level, but that, however, has not been done. So I will take request here in just a second. So if you guys are on TikTok, just tap the dog shit out of your screen, and I will get to you. All right, so moving forward, Affirm, Tesla. Oh lordy, Affirm, Tesla, QQQ, SQ. Ew, not that. I do have a couple things on the side watch that I'm interested in. They're not necessarily on the watch list. You guys know that Google, of course, is something that we have been watching. Started moving along with the Qs, ripping back up to the upside. Nothing has been reclaimed. Weekly time frame, right? And again, this is all old shit. Weekly time frame. This did not leave our area of control. So it is going to be 132.50 that we're going to need to open up above. All right. So for those of you guys who are going to be trading this with me this week, I hope you guys are ready for an absolutely fucking shit show. So I hope you guys have great mental fortitude. I hope that you know exactly what a setup is, right? If you don't know what a setup is or what you're looking for, right? We know that higher time frame setups give us longer moves, bigger moves, and that is exactly what we're looking for when we're taking or looking for the opportunity to day trade, swing trade, and or both. So this week we just saw stocks rip up to the upside. We saw the QQQ launch itself and climb back up above, which means that there is quite a bit underneath it that is possibly going to have to be, you just got to hold it in order to, because again, it's like Batman. We are Batman. We are at cost basis right now, and cost basis to us means continuation to the upside. And in order to do that, you must hold the floor grappling hook, right? The floor right now for us, for me, is right here on that pink line for the Qs. That's 76.44. If we start losing this shit, it is not hard to come back down. Big green rips make way for big red dips. So for sure, if you guys are on TikTok. Okay, so that is it for me. Again, as far as the trades from last week, Affirm, small accounts, I just made a video on it. I don't know why people have it in their head that they're going to make it with a prop firm account. In their first 2 years, they should probably be trading with a little bit of cash. You know, I don't know why people think they're going to trade the S&P and all of the exposure that it has every single day consistently without having all of the proper market knowledge that you need to prepare for something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. So if you want something, again, this week, I still think that outside of our Googles and our SQs and our Teslas and our Nvidias and all this other shit, Affirm is on its own little island and is absolutely going to continue to be a lucrative trade to stock. Or I said that out loud. Clip that. I need that. That was amazing. That's going to be, yeah. I've got brain dyslexia. So anyway, it's going to be a great trade to stock. It's going to be a great stock to trade. That was good. I'm pleased with myself. That was fucking amazing. Usually I have to do those things on purpose. Okay, so what is my trigger for Affirm? I am looking for a break underneath the lows that we sat on top of, which is 22.24. But I am looking for $21 to get broken. Will you be trading tomorrow morning? The open will absolutely have everything to do with that. Where we open, and one of the things that I'm going to be doing here in the future, again, the Potterbox Workshop is coming out this week. After that, and again, there's no monthly memberships, none of that bullshit. It is quite literally going to be I'm not showing up every day, and we are going to find a setup together. The group is going to we're going to collectively accountability find a set list, and then when the set lists open up, we day trade. And of course, this might include a couple of other little details, but it's $2 million. No, I'm just kidding. It's 250, and it does include 3 months in my Discord, which is absolutely ripping myself off because it's $89 a month. But WAP would not let me give you a 2-month option, and I couldn't take away the time that I'd given because that's not fair. So I had to add to it. Anyway, all right, that's it. If you guys have requests, this is for you now. So those of you guys who have already learned my strategy, don't pay anybody anything. If you have something you want me to take a look at, we'll go ahead and we will do that now. First one I see is XOF. I did see you comment that one about 9,000 times, so let's do it. All right, SOXL. So days like today or this week, going into this week, this is where I like to start on the weekly, right? I want to be looking at the bigger picture and what do we need to hold. And this is where it can either get really simple or it can get really, really hard. And for me, this looks pretty simple. You got a punchback. That was absolutely beautiful. This is quite literally encapsulates almost all of my strategy. Literally, you're looking at it. It's a fucking box, and we get in at the floor, right? Typically at the floor, but once cost basis is broken inside of a box, it will go and reach that next new high, and it did, right? Tap right there. Looks like you're kind of mirroring whatever these two dojis were to the side. Kind of irrelevant. They're stuck in space. So this is the way I interpret this. The candle close above you is 21.28. I believe that is going to be the candle that you need to reclaim. But you have reclaimed this candle here to your left at 20.50. So at minimum, that will be the goal. Underneath you, right? This is the box. No candle closes underneath 1945. That will also be your candle imbalance. So because you are not necessarily you have not grabbed hold of anything. Let me make that very, very clear. You have not grabbed hold of the floor on the weekly. So you have grabbed hold of a floor, but not the floor. Now, we're going to go ahead and do this. Because again, if we're moving, there's movement. There's control. Here we go. Beautiful. So this is the land of deception for a lot of people, right? Are we continuing to the upside? And also, I forgot to do this for those of you guys. Check this out. We've also got our box up above us. We're going to go ahead and move this to our cost basis. This is going to be 22.50. And I tell you what, that sure as fuck looks like a confluence or near a confluence. I'm going to go ahead and pin a 22.15 target on SOXL as of right now. Moving into the daily time frame, you quite literally you have not grabbed hold of the nearest box that needs to be held. This has been a floor before. But yes, look, do you see green? This is fought over. So you've got the bare minimum, but this is where success lies, and that's above 20.82. Now that's pretty self-explanatory, right? But above you, you will have a cost basis mark, and I have that marked at a lower time frame, 21.30, excuse me, 21.35. So for SOXL on the daily, again, you are just flat up against a resistance. Honestly, this looks like where you could create your pattern junkie inverse head and shoulders. So I wouldn't be surprised if potentially you did see a complete reversal leg down, especially given the fact, well, not complete reversal leg down, but a complete reversal leg down or retest of 50% of the pop. and you would have a good signal to know whether that was going to happen. Right here, you've got a nice little Potter box, and its cost basis is going to be at $18.38. Who do you think you are? I am. Yes, sir. All right, those of you guys on TikTok, I want people, I see SQ and NVIDIA. I will go ahead and do those. If you are on YouTube, again, just for recap purposes, I want this video to be mostly recap. You guys are more than welcome to come to YouTube or to TikTok, and then if you guys are in the Discord, go ahead and drop. If you're a member in the Discord, drop your request in Potter chat, and I will take them. You know what? I will pop into Sunday charting, and I will share my screen in there, and I will clip your request. So if you give me a request, I will clip it. Look at, but yeah, I will clip it, and therefore you can go back and look at it. Can I look at AMBA? Fuck that. No, I was kidding. Yes, I can, of course. All right. I saw Apple up there. Pinpoint Apple. Jorge, fuck that, dude. Who do you think you are? I am. All right. Apple. This piece of... You're echoing? I'm echoing. Oh, you're listening to me on 2 different platforms, I think. All right. So we're going to end the stream on YouTube. Is that...